Welcome to SBA Insider. I'm Quinn Taylor. I'm here with Reece Moroney and Nick Franke. Reece, what's going on, man?
Not much. Right now in the off season, working on a few things. Just kind of working on my swing because I didn't get to swing as much in the fall.
Okay.
Went through a wrist injury, but slowly working my way back, trying to prepare myself to hopefully start in the fall or in the spring season.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on Rhode Island.
Thank you.
And hopefully we're hoping for a speedy recovery. I hope you're all good now. Kind of talk about your time here at SBA with Nick and the origin of it, when you started and where you are now.
Started around, 8 years old?
8 or 9 years old, yeah.
8 or 9 years old. Came over with 3 or 4 guys, which was kind of just like the base and start of a family. Mm-hmm. Came over, met Nick, was great person, great coach and mentor kind of just to have. Taught us how to be better people and better baseball players just overall, and you kind of goes to show where right now we're all playing football, kind of just hanging out, and we're all in college now. So, I mean, the place we're at right now is one of the milestones we want to get to, and hopefully we all get to majors, but it all started here, and it was kind of just one of those things that was the right choice that we all made.
Right, right. Speaking of that choice, Nick talked to me about their process here, and when you saw him at a young age, what did you look at him and see? Did you see this happening for him?
I did. He was a super athlete and a big-time competitor. If you challenged him on the field, whether you were his teammate, you're his coach, or the opposite, the opposite people were playing against, Reece wanted to win. Right. So right away from a young age, obviously we've talked about this on the podcast we can't find, right? But, who I look up to and all that, and I say Derek Jeter all the time. I would say a mini Jeter only because of the way he goes about his business. Like, how he's all about business. There's a time to fool around, but when he gets between the lines or he gets in a batting cage or whatever it may be, he's working, and he wants to be great. So, I could see him being a D1 athlete, either in soccer or baseball, because he was a very good soccer player.
Okay.
And actually,
two-sport athlete now?
Nah.
No?
You wanted to be.
Career was over. Career was over.
He loves soccer though, but then he got a lot of concussions from getting hit in the head while we're talking with a lot of stuff. So he liked to hit the balls.
Listen, now we got helmets on now. We're keeping those on as long as possible.
Maybe that's why he chose baseball, because we got protection anymore.
Listen, it's fine. If that's, it's taking you to great situations, man. So talking about your choice to Rhode Island and how Nick impacted that at SBA as a whole kind of helped you, get to this position.
How I kind of chose the school, it was a school I was talking to the longest. Just the area, very similar to where I live. Just kind of like the beachy area. The seasons, I kind of wanted to have seasons. I didn't want it to be like hot all year round. Okay. And kind of just the coaching staff. Right. The coaching staff, similar to my high school and then coaches here. Just like personable people, always learning from them. And then just the team itself. There's not a day where I'm not sitting there not learning from anybody. So
excellent.
Yeah, it's kind of just similar to here.
Like a sponge.
What's up?
You're a sponge. You just take all the information in there.
Trying.
It does.
When did you adopt that mentality? Like, when did you start to see that you wanted to take your game to the next level here at SBA? When obviously college is always the place and the pinnacle for us in the Northeast, but talk about how Nick kind of played a role in that for you.
So I'm going to go a different route. Kind of just the place we have here, or kind of the team we had. Right. We were able to just play, and we would win. We would go about our business, and then colleges kind of just came and talked to us. It was one of those things where when you played at your best and not worried about anything, just worried about who was on your team, that's when colleges came. And when we were selfish, which wasn't very often, kind of just because Nick was on us for that, but Nick was a very big factor on letting us just play, have fun. And something we always said was just family first, and that was kind of just something where we put everybody else before us, which I think in the end game helps us getting to college, and then hopefully most of us can play this year.
it's almost an old school mentality, right? It's like we're not so far removed from that, but I think the gap that we've created now in travel ball has started to become very selfish and egocentric about how we kind of approach the game. And talk about how that's your old school mentality kind of helped these guys become where they are now.
I mean, when we talk about let it happening organically, like Reece just said, we go out there, we take care of our business together. We're going to shine together. Our journey will be different in the route we go as far as school-wise, but it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And they believed in that. And, we got the OG saying here, that people call them and stuff, and then they're the guys.
Right.
I mean, 100%. That's why they're hanging in the office. That's why they're hanging on those are the guys that made this happen, mm-hmm. and they're here now to remind them too. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. We've gotten this gym at the right time. Kudos to you for that. You're going to be part of what we're doing. You have that mentality, like mm-hmm. we've talked about, and now these guys are here. And we're going to use these guys, and we're going to promote these guys, not because we think that there's kids out there that could be as great as them or they could be. Nah, you could be better than all of them. It's not about that.
Right.
But it worked. It's time to tell the story on why it worked.
Right.
Right. And it started with these guys, and it's going to always, for me in my heart, end with those guys. Mm-hmm. But for me to give and keep going to show that it can be done. Right. The way that you and I talk about, Quinn, and the way Reece says, he said organically. Mm-hmm. I've used that word in tryouts. People say, well, what do you mean by organically? You got to go out there and do this and go to showcases. And that's not what I meant. Right. How he just said it is what makes me proud as a guy and a coach. That's how we talk about it. How he just defined what organically means is what I'm talking about.
Right, right. And this process for you has been organic, and you've become, a guy who's a staple in this organization. What would you say to a player who is now 13 and wants to become Reece Moroney?
I'd say first off, be yourself. Work hard. I know it's something that everybody says, but you got to just outwork everybody. And just do the things that make you the best player you are, mm-hmm. and find the things that you are best at, work on those, and then display those, and then you can find the worst part of your game, and that'll probably help you just by working on the things you're good at.
Excellent. Excellent. Reece, thank you for the interview. Nick, thank you as always. And that was SBA Insider with Reece Moroney.